Kiana Rodulfo.
Okay. Hi guys! So, initially kasi, pinag-isip ako yung speech ko and I realized na mas better siyang maging conversation. Na yung pag-imagine ko dun sa speech is nakabilog tayo, tapos parang nagchichikahan lang tayo. And kasi, basta yung topic ko kasi, it's much better to be discussed. And honestly, yung pinagbasihan ko ng mga speeches, yung speech ko na to is a lot of conversations I've had in the past week. So, parang isipin nyo na lang, kung magiging comfortable kayo, isipin nyo na lang na nakabilog tayo, may food, may inuman or whatever, kung ganyan. You know, if you are legal, drink if you are legal. Anyway. Pero ayun nga, na ako kasi, a brief background. Ako yung typical girly girl no high school. Lahat ng friends ko kasi babae. Ever since high school, I've been a girl person. As in kikay, ganyan. And feeling ko nagmamanifest din siya ngayon kasi yung mga kaibigan ko din ngayon, lahat sila babae. Granted, it's a social science course. Like, bihira lang ang straight nandun. So, ang biro ko nga kasi is, kaya ako walang jowa ngayon kasi puro bading na lalaki yung kasama ko. So, wala talaga akong choice. Ganyan. So, ayun, I'm either surrounded by women in my life that I hold very close to my heart. Or like, not even women, female presenting, queer women, men, kung ano man yan. And it's very rare for me to be in a space where it's a lot of men. So, eto yun. Ito na yung pinakamaraming lalaking na nasa isang kwarto. Siguro besides high school. Ganyan. And I wanted to talk about that kasi, ayun nga, one of the conversations that I've had this past week was surrounded with my friends, my peers sa Antro. And we were talking about this guy. So ito na, siya na lang yung nag-iisang straight man sa Antro. And then, na-explore ni ate, yung isang friend, sabi niya, alam mo ba, itong si blah blah blah, sabi niya sa akin noong isang time, na kaya wala siyang jowa ngayon, is because he's looking for somebody pure. Tapos ante, like, what the hell? Sorry ha, pero kasi if you're surrounded by a lot of people, like a lot of people who study the human condition, what the fuck ka talaga, na parang, what the hell is pure? Diba? So, like, ano ba yun? Like, Ariel, what the hell? Anyway. So, yun na, napunta na yung usapan sa parang, ang unrealistic naman. Like, ano ba yung definition niya ng pure? Saan ba siya nanggaling? Ganyan. Siya ba mismo pure? May double standard kasi na gano'n eh. And, siguro, in my own time, nagre-reflect na din ako. Naichika ko na to sa lahat, pati yung high school friends ko na nakita ko earlier this week, chinika ko sa kanila. Kasi gusto ko makuha yung insights nila. And throughout that, like, na-explore ko na sa kanila lahat, I was also reflecting on my own time na parang, okay, sige, purity, he wants someone pure. Let's think about that. What if he does have somebody pure? Ganyan. What if he does decide to be with someone that's a virgin? Ganyan. Tapos, eto lang, like, forgive me kasi hindi siya very feminist thinking. Pero pogi kasi si Kuya. And ganito, okay. Like, mas bata siya sa akin, pero hindi naman siya gano'n kabata, so hindi ko siya papatulan or anything. Pero pogi siya, and I was thinking, what if I had sex with him? Ganyan. Pero that also got me to thinking na parang, what if I was the virgin that had sex with him? Tapos, parang, ayun na, naisip ko na din na parang, okay, so what if virgin ako ulit? Like, okay, ayun na yun. Tapos na-realize ko na I wouldn't be the person here right now, in college, being so comfortable with my body na kaya kong magpatattoo in the middle of the day sa FA for 500 pesos. Na gano'n ako comfortable with my body. Na hindi ako magiging yung same person na magsasalita about virginity and sex and purity culture right now if it weren't for the experiences that I had. Yeah. So, ayun, na parang, I want this part na parang, I want everybody to understand na I am a sexual being. I take pride in that. Yung experiences ko, it's a part of me and I recognize that part of myself. Pero we also have to recognize, and I'm sure na alam niyo na din naman na parang hindi tayo nakatira sa isang kultura that encourages that or embraces that kind of thinking na parang hindi mo maririnig sa mga elders natin na parang, oh, I am a sexual being, I have sex, the reason why you're here is because I have sex. Parang bihira yun. And, you know, maybe we don't have the sex talk, ganyan. And maybe iba-iba yung experiences natin with it. Pero, the thing is, it's so important. Oh my gosh, ayan, it's so important. And parang, purity culture kasi in our society talks a lot about like shame. And we learn it na naka-ingrain na siya sa atin. It becomes so embedded within ourselves. Una-una, like, we learn it from an early age, even though it's contradictory sa mga nalalaman natin na parang, we know that pre-colonial Filipinos reveled in sexual gratification, na parang meron tayong mga sex toys, may mga penis ring, mga ganon. And they applaud people when they have sex. They take pleasure in giving pleasure to other people. And so we know na parang being ashamed of that is learned. And when we learn sexual shame, we end up feeling na parang, na immoral yung mga nangyayari sa atin or yung mga ginagawa natin. Like a really famous metaphor that evangelical Christians use is sex is like fire. It can give you warmth, it can cook your food, it can give you life, ganyan. Pero when you can't control it, it destroys your relationships, it destroys your home, it destroys you, it burns the people around you. Pero napapaisip ako na parang sobrang problematic noon kasi, girl, sex does not give you life. It's not the air that you breathe, it's not the water that you drink. It's just a thing that happens. And it's so toxic to think about sex in that way kasi sex also does not destroy. When you are a sexual being and you have sexual agency, kailangan mong intindihin na part nun is consent and respect with the relations that you have with people. You're in a vulnerable state, di ba? And so, the thing that destroys you when you have sex is the lack of consent and the lack of respect you have with people when you're engaging in a very vulnerable situation. Siguro, very pertinent topic yan, yung kay Maris Racal ngayon, tsaka kay Anthony Jenkins. Naiinis talaga ako kasi I recognize malibog si ate and malibog si kuya. Pero the thing is, they did not respect their respective partners. And that's where they should be shamed because of that. Not because they had sex with each other. And not because they expressed their sexual agency to each other. But they violated yung partnership, yung vulnerable partnership they had with their respective partners. And, when you have sexual shame, you become unkind to yourself. You beat yourself up, you think you're immoral, you think you're destroying yourself, ganyan. And it isolates you from the people that you can talk about in vulnerable states. It also teaches you how to be ignorant about sex, na parang hindi mo alam kung ano yung nangyayari sa katawan mo kasi ayaw mo siyang pag-usapan. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung imahe ng iba't ibang tipo ng sex kasi ayaw mo siyang pag-usapan. And it controls you and keeps you in a box, and it doesn't keep you open, and it doesn't allow you for the emotional well-being and emotional exercise of being vulnerable, especially when you're being vulnerable with another person, and especially when you're being vulnerable with a community that you trust, when you talk about sex. So, in a way, you have to express your sexual agency. And sexual agency is not parang the complete. We have to recognize that parang sexual shame cannot be solved by sexual agency. Magkaiba yun. Kasi when you are sexually active and when you're engaging in consensual sex nga, meron pa rin mga ganong notions, di ba? Pero when you remove sexual agency, that's not sexual shame, that's violence. And you're being violent to the people around you, you're being violent to your partners, you're being violent to yourself. Yun yung nawawala sa'yo. And, there's a lot of studies surrounding this na parang, when people, trigger warning na lang, no? Na parang, when people experience rape, it's because they weren't given the choice to do so, to express their sexuality in that way. And they weren't respected in that space. That's not because they were having sex. That was because the choice was removed from them in the first place. And there's also different kinds of violence to it din eh. Na parang, ako nga, myself, I am a sexual being. Pero a part of that is, I have experienced the violence, the shame, and the agency, which makes yung relationships ko with people very complex. And I embrace that fully, And siguro i-share ko na lang na parang, kasi nga, let's just say I lost my virginity to someone I trusted very much. Yeah, he was my first boyfriend, and I felt very safe with him, and we did it safely, ganyan. But when people found out, especially my family, yung image nila of me turned very dark. It was a very violent reaction, a physical, an emotional, mental violence that they put onto me na parang, it was the image of the fact na parang nakita na nila that I wasn't their daughter in that case. Because it was a different person engaging in such an immoral act na nawala na yung image na yun. And the thing is, I was still their daughter. I was 16. I was doing it safely with the person that I loved. And I wasn't doing it with other people. I wasn't doing it with multiple people. Parang, it was, it was isolating, it was dark. And I kept myself boxed in for the longest time. And only recently did I confide in my best friends nung high school na parang, alam mo, nung senior high na parang, I was such in a dark place with my own body and how I felt about my skin, ganyan. Na it took me a really long time, years even, na ngayon nasa college na ako, sinabi ko sa kanya na parang, feeling ko na i-embrace ko na yung sarili ko. Feeling ko na nawawala na yung ganong feeling sa akin na parang mali yung ginawa ko, na I felt dirty. I didn't like looking at my body. I didn't like how things fit. I didn't like how people saw it. And so it took me years, and it's still taking years because it's still a very vulnerable thing. Pero the thing is, when I was building and then when I was developing my agency towards being a sexual being, I had to realize that I wasn't just a whole, di ba? I wasn't just the sex that happened to me. I wasn't just this immoral act that happened to me. I was still their daughter. I am still people's friends. I am still people's partners. Ganyan. And so, siguro, the thing that I want to impart with everybody is that however you choose to engage with these kinds of intimate relations, whether you want to do so or not, that should be on your terms. And it should act on, and it should always put your safety and your well-being, emotional, physical, and mental well-being first. And that's the only way that we can combat yung purity culture and sexual shame that we experience in our daily lives. So, ayun lang naman po.